long as I can't see myself.
This episode of the Community Workbench podcast is brought to you by yours truly, Matt Norn of Remax Bell Park. For all of your real estate needs, call me 860-428-6534. Your dreams are my job. Welcome to the Community Workbench. This is Matt Norn and Kyle Morrissey. We are the hosts of the #1 podcast in my basement. At the bench, we try to repair the sense of community. So every week we bring you small businesses, entrepreneurs, community leaders, charities, and pretty much whoever we feel like talking to. And this week, we have the pleasure of talking to David Payne, the owner and operator of Quiet Corner Winery. Hi, Dave.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. Thanks for the shirt and these what look like amazing bottles of wine. I really like your labeling. Do you come up with all this artwork?
My wife came up with the logo, the rest of the artwork. I run it past my 7-year-old daughter to approve it, but for the most part, yep, that's all me.
So the 7-year-old is the real CEO here.
She is.
I like it. That's awesome. I mean, why don't you give us a little background on when you started making wine, what got you into it, that kind of stuff?
Probably about 4 or 5 years ago, COVID time frame. I was in my circle of trust of friends, and I would drive down to New Jersey because they're part of my circle of trust. And a friend of mine was making wine with another friend who's been doing it for 20 years with a wine club.
Oh, wow.
And we were doing home winemaking.
Yeah.
Get some buckets, throw it in barrels, and see you next fall. We'll see what happens. And it came out good. I mean, we're guys. We drink wine that's good or harsh or whatever. If it's a good beer, it's still a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I started researching, like, okay, there's got to be more to the process than just that.
Okay.
So I bought some barrels and juice initially. It was like, hey, come on over. Let's do some wine. My wife looked at me like, what are you doing? You got 4 barrels of wine in the basement all of a sudden? Fermenting
barrels, like 280 bottle barrels?
No, I did smaller 26 barrels, but fermenting wine inside your house is not a good smell.
Oh, really?
It's yeast, basically CO2 and yeast. But then I was like, there's a problem there. So I started buying some stainless steel, and it kept evolving. And then I had wine in barrels, and I'm like, I think I want to go and make this a real thing because it's fun. It's enjoyable. When I make wine, it's to pair it with food. I want to sit down with a meal. We'll talk about the Notombolo in a little bit, but when I got my blend for that, I sat down with a burger, my wife and a friend of ours, and I was like, do I have to share this bottle? It is that good.
Wow. So when you, like Notombolo, I mean, and even the Le Temps Accord, I've never even heard of it. Well, it's a Sauvignon blend or Sauvigny's blend.
Yeah, so it's a Sangiovese blend.
Okay.
The Le Temps Accord is a Cabernet.
Yeah.
When I come up with names, I look at my whole life and everything I'm doing and have done. I try to find things that give me a story for each bottle.
Okay.
Because when you come into the winery and I tell you about the bottle, I want you to take a personal connection of that wine that you just drank back with you so you can tell your friends. It's not just hey, I just bought this bottle off the shelf.
Right.
So Notombolo, that is Italian for night owl. So basically, my wife goes to bed, my daughter, we put her to bed. I go out in the winery, I'm making wine. This week, I was out from 9 to 2 one morning. One night I got up, fell asleep on a couch, got up at midnight, went outside till 3 in the morning. Next night I got up at 4 and went outside and I was doing stuff. I'm just, on the back of the bottle it says, I'm making wine, listen to classic rock, and just one more sip of Merlot to see if it's the right amount.
Huh. You're going to make Kyle cry. He can't believe there's another 11 o'clock.
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
Which one should we try first, you think?
I really don't want to drive you in a certain direction. Most people try whites before they start anything else.
We'll do that.
That's fine.
So this is Cape Whisper.
Yeah.
This is so everything says American AVA, which AVA is like the region. Because I'm a manufacturer of wine, basically I make the wine. My only options were Connecticut or American.
So you went with
So
American.
I can't really say, oh, hey, this is a cool Malbec or something from Connecticut because everybody knows you can't grow Malbec grapes here. So the Sauvignon Blanc, the grapes were grown in South Africa. So you guys can give this a try. It's light, crisp, well balanced. I just sent that off to San Francisco to get see if it wins any medals or awards.
Oh, really? And that's like an annual thing? You just send them
There's
out?
competitions all around the country, but I just went to the American Wine Society with 8 wines. I came back with 6 medals.
Wow.
So I just sent 5 off to San Francisco.
Congratulations. That's awesome. So this is a Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
It's okay.
I'm going to mess up all of these. And
It's wine. Stick with wine.
It's a white
and,
wine.
and this one was made in 2025.
Yeah, so I got, because I do Southern Hemisphere wines as well, here's a question for you.
Sure.
If you press a red grape, what color is the juice?
Clear.
You answered faster. I was waiting for it. Yeah.
I remember being at a winery years ago up in New Hampshire, and they literally had buckets that you could stand in, but I don't even remember making the note. The foam comes out all like pinkish.
Yeah, so it is all the juice from grapes, regardless of color, is
Clear or
Clear.
white. Yeah.
So you basically with white wines, I get totes of 275 gallons of clear juice.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because they just press the grapes, and then I balance, do my thing, and make the wine.
So you order the juice or you order the grapes and then
If it's the reds, I'm doing grapes.
Okay.
If it's the whites, it's
you just
just
order
the
the
juice.
juice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's try this one. That's incredibly smooth.
That's good.
Yeah. See, this doesn't taste like a bitter or a dry wine to me at all. This tastes very, very not sweet, but it's not. I don't. Sweet's not the right word, but it's not tart or like.
Perfect.
You know what I mean? Some of these you'll get, and you're like, "Whoa, that's."
Yeah, those are the $9.99 bottles.
You're almost like that's objectionable, but.
Yeah, that's good.
The one thing about
What do you pair that with?
This is like almost anything, right? It's pretty neutral.
that I would take it like we do a Parmesan crusted cod at home.
Oh, okay.
With a little lemon zest on top. That would go really well with that.
It's white is common with fish, right?
Yeah. I have a Pinot Grigio that would go more well with a spicy, like a shrimp dish or something that's got a lot of spice to it.
Mm-hmm.
This would be more of that kind of the mellow cod with just a little lemon on it, in my opinion. Gordon Ramsay would probably tell me I'm totally wrong, but
That's the funny thing about. I mean, a lot of businesses. We've had a barbecue smoker guy here that no traditional training. He's like, I really don't know what I'm doing. It's just people like it and they eat it and he sells out and stuff. So, I feel like that's kind of where you're coming from. Like it's just trial and error. That's the podcast. We're just trial and error.
Yeah, I didn't go to school for winemaking. When I told my neighbors, because they've been over our house many times for dinners and stuff like that, and we'll do plated dinners where I've had like, hey, I got 16 people coming over for a 7-course meal,
Oh wow.
and I'll cook everything and pair stuff.
Invite only, or how do we?
What nights do we show up for that?
But but the first thing my neighbors asked is like, "Are you going to be cooking with a winery?" I'm like, no. I worked in kitchens in my 20s. I don't want to do that, but I know food needs to be with wine, even if it's pizza.
Yeah.
So we have live music scheduled all next year. I'm working on getting more food trucks, so we'll have food trucks and live music at the winery. But everybody, I don't grow grapes. We grow horses and a kid.
Yeah. That's awesome. And you're going to be open in March, right? Is that what you said?
Right now, the schedule's May.
Okay.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. I even have a TikTok account now.
Oh, wow.
We don't.
I have one follower, so it doesn't really count. But if some things happen, we may open 1 March.
And they can check the website too,
Yep.
quietcornerwinery.com.
Yep,
That's
absolutely.
awesome that you have that handle because it's just your name. straight
I
to
was
the
actually
point.
shocked it was available
Yeah,
because we had
awesome.
a identity crisis on trying to figure out what our name was because our farm's called Open Door Farm. We're like, oh, Open Door Winery, that's cool. Everybody comes in.
Yeah.
And EJ Gallo owns the domain and wanted $12,000.
Oh,
Went to zoning, and zoning's like, oh, you should call it Little River Winery because Little River, it backs up to your property. I'm like, oh, that's great. Started doing all the paperwork for that. Talked to a marketing guy. He's like, dude, Little River's saturated. There's even a band, Little River.
oh, that's true.
I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah. And then he's like, does anybody come from New York up to where you live? I'm like, well, in the 20s and 30s, they came to the quiet corner to get away from the bustle of New York. And we were both like, light bulb. And I was surprised Quiet Corner Winery was available. I was shocked. So I got the .com and every other version of it
Nice.
reserved.
Set that to auto renew every year. So
Yes.
you never
Yeah, because the second you lose it, man, they charge you the nose for it.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. That's awesome, though. And you usually when you're open, you're 12 to 5 on Sundays.
12 to 5 on Sundays. We expanded hours this past year, mid-August, to include Saturdays, and then I started bringing music in. Part of it was nobody knew who I was, so I didn't want to do day one. Hey, I got a musician, and I mean,
couldn't pay him.
couldn't pay. Well, I still have to pay him, but I'd be like, oh, hey, the till's empty. I mean, I feel one day I only sold 1 bottle, and I think it was just my neighbor felt bad for me, so he came over and bought a bottle. But by September, October, even the amount of people, revenue-wise, I've done better in December than I did in September.
Wow.
And I was just like, people are
They're
getting to
it.
know who we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
They know the quality.
Oh, plus it gets cold out, and now nobody has anything to do, so they
Yeah.
want to go inside and drink.
Right. And well, like for instance, I met you at the
The chamber.
event. So, and you're a member of the chamber event now, right?
Yeah.
Because that was your induction, right?
And I'm
Right,
starting
yeah.
to do more
the networking.
the networking components that I wasn't totally aware of. I got introduced. Somebody's like, hey, you should join the chamber. And I'm like, is that like the Lions Club? I was like, so then I reached out to Nancy, and she was like, told me about it. I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah, chamber is awesome, and that particular one was their Christmas party. So they have a big Tommy Toy Fund fundraiser, and I just wanted to bring this up because you did something immediately, which I thought was really awesome.
Yeah, I need to get with Nancy to find out where I need to send a check because I have money for Tommy Toys.
Yeah, so you made a coupon basically for
Made a coupon. Nobody used it, but I'm still going to give. I said I'd give 10% of the my earnings to Tommy Toys. So
Yeah.
I just need to have Nancy go. This is where you send the check.
Nice. But that was just really cool. And we're like, yeah, that's the way to do it. Like right there, especially we're all meeting you for the first time
Yeah.
essentially. And yeah, that was neat. That you know, and we love Tommy Toy Fun. They come on every year, and then usually right before that particular fundraiser as well. And
Well, now that I know about it, I'll start it earlier versus.
right, yeah, but the spur of the moment, it was just
Yeah.
cool for you to commit like that, and you know, that's when you help people, stuff always comes back. Doesn't matter, you know. So it just eventually it pays off or whatever. So, what should we try next? That
So
was really good though.
La Tempest Accord, give that a shot. So the way I identify my bottles, I didn't follow this normal structure of the capsules. The black capsule one is all the wines I make from South Africa. My daughter's like, zebras are black and white. You should put a black capsule on there, Daddy. I'm like, okay. She's like, because the label's white. The gold ones are Italian grapes or Italian grown grapes, and the red is from California.
Okay.
So the Tempest Accord means the time taken. It's French, a French term, because it takes time to make wine.
Yeah.
I can't make wine at a wedding, so I have to have it sit there in a bottle and in a barrel. Everything I do right now and for all my reds, I'll sit in French oak barrels for at least a year.
And so that's initially they wait a year. How long? And you said the white ones go faster.
3 to 5 months, you can get the whites out the door. The reds, my long-term goal is to push things out at least 30. At 30 months, it's been fermented, aged, racked into bottles, and then aged, just sitting in a shelf basically. And at 30 months, I say, hey, voila, here's a wine. And that's really the test of my winemaking skills. What does a wine taste like that's 30 months old? Because it really comes down to how well I do at preservation of the wine.
Okay.
Because I have to go and measure the barrels every 6 weeks or so to, we'll talk about sulfites in a minute, but what are the sulfite levels? Are the barrels topped off? Do I need to add more? Because the way I look at a barrel in winemaking is kind of like when you make a sauce when you're cooking. You don't just put all your stuff in your saute pan and say, hey, I'm going to make a sauce and dump. No, I'm going to dump it on my food as soon as I want it to render down and get nice and thick. Well, when you put wine in a barrel, everyone talks about the angel share, but it's microoxidation where the wine actually evaporates off.
Microoxidation.
So I end up putting more wine into the barrel, but you have a richer base. And that richer base gives you more fuller body and flavor. So that's where I love working with oak barrels because it gives me that.
So when you say you put more wine in, does that mean you make so much wine and then you have like this sacrificial top off wine of the same age and everything, and you just putting it in there to fill the space?
So I use variable tank 50 liter variable tanks, so it's about 13 gallons.
So it has a float essentially.
And I can move the top up and down, but as I go down, I taste it. It hasn't oxidized. It's just frankly tastes fruity because it hasn't been in the oak at all.
Oh, okay.
But I topped off 2 Nebbiolo barrels within 6 weeks. They were probably down 1.5 gallons.
Wow. Out of how many gallons? Because you do
59 gallons per barrel.
59 gallons.
So between the two, in 6 weeks, it's probably down 1.5 gallons.
Wow.
I had to put in commercial hydration. So I have a humidifier, a big humidifier that pumps humidity into the room. Sometimes you walk in there, you're like in a rainforest because the humidity's got to be between 70 to 80.
Oh, wow.
So the oak barrels don't dry out from the outside. You think, oh, hey, this wood has 59 gallons of wine in it. It won't dry out. Oh, yeah. The outside dries out.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of climate control stuff that I didn't think about when I first started.
Yeah.
So it's like I just keep getting more knowledge as I'm going, and sometimes I'm shooting from the hip. But give this Cabernet a shot.
That's good. That's very good.
All right, tell me about this one because I don't know what I'm tasting. It's delicious, but
What do you taste?
Red wine.
So
winner.
So on your second sip, do you taste a little spiciness on the back end of it?
I did taste that. I would have called it a tang, not necessarily a spice.
Yeah,
That's probably just the wrong word.
I don't know if I taste this.
I'm not. When I say spice, I don't mean like you went to a Mexican restaurant.
No.
It's more of
almost like a nutmeg.
Yeah.
Is that? Am I supposed to? Is that what it's supposed to be?
I would take this and pour it depends on how much bolognese you're making, but I would probably take a glass or two and dump it in my bolognese. And then while you're having your sauce with your whatever pasta you're using, this would pair really nice with it because you're just it pulls out some of the extra spice in there.
Okay.
I had a couple come in yesterday, or her husband and her and the dad came in, basically he's like, oh, we love this. This is like our house wine. Everything we drink it with. It's like or eat it with and stuff. It's like really good balanced wine.
And that's the Le Temp
The Tempest
Accord.
Accord.
When you're pairing a wine to a food, do you want the wine to taste opposite of the food?
No, you want it to complement.
You want them to taste similar.
Yep. Not
Okay.
like I'm eating orange and drinking orange juice, but you want it to be. What?
Right. No, that's a good analogy because you don't want it to be spot
Thank you for
on.
bringing it to that level.
That we needed that. That's
But-
spot on.
But no, it's just like you want the flavors to complement each other.
So the food brings out the flavor in the wine.
Yeah.
And
So
vice
if
versa.
you're making a risotto, so we do a salmon and asparagus risotto, and we'll use Pinot Grigio with it.
Sounds good.
So I will put Pinot Grigio into the salmon risotto instead of, and then you drink the Pinot Grigio with you. It's gonna just blend well together. Not because it's like I said, orange juice, but you're just kind of matching them together.
Yeah. Now, is it crazy for me to think that that like spice on the tail end is now like all I can taste now because we've talked about it or something? I don't know.
That
what-
actually came from the oak
it's
barrels.
like- okay, but I almost feel like you could have like apple pie with this. Is that crazy?
No, I mean everyone.
Oh.
So us as men, we have way less taste buds than women do.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It's a like caveman thing. But you could really comes down to you compare it with something that you like that matches well. I mean, the general rule is like, oh, white with fish and things like that. But I know some people. My wife hates red wine,
Oh,
mainly
yeah,
because
okay.
it's warm, room temperature. She wants it to be cold. I'm like, throw some ice cubes in it. I don't care.
Oh, how about that?
I mean, wine's not to be pretentious. It's just to enjoy it and make community.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring
And that's-
people
It's like
together.
coffee. It's the experience
Yeah,
that you're having
and
with.
it's to bring people together. So one of the things I'm trying to do, and actually doing this year, I'm going to put a rosé and a Sauvignon Blanc in cans. I want to say beer cans,
Ah.
and carbonate it.
Mm.
So it's like, hey, you want to go to the beach, you want to do something,
Yeah.
you want to sit outside on a hot day and drink a sparkling rosé. I'm trying to make it easy for people of all ages to enjoy versus
21 and
Volley.
up. Oh, it's just
Yeah,
21 and
yeah,
up.
21 and up. 21 and up.
But all palates, really.
All palate, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that are like, it's not screw top, or it's not. It's like, hey, I only buy this because it's screw top and it's easy to open and I don't have to deal with it.
Okay.
So there's just some pretentiousness behind wine drinking in general. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to break it through.
Yeah,
to
well,
normal
there's
people.
the brewery that's been on here before talks about the rule of 4. If you have 4 people go out and one doesn't drink beer, they're not going to go to the brewery unless the brewery serves something else that person will drink.
Here's a plug for
So-
Epicure. Epicure carries our wine.
Uh-huh.
So they and I have a few other breweries that are interested in carrying our wine as well, but they want the half bottles
Mm.
Oh, okay.
because
Yeah.
the rule of 4.
Yeah,
That one person
person's-
comes in, drinks one
one-
glass
Yeah.
or 2, then the bottle sits there for 3 weeks.
I honestly kind of feel the same way because I'm the only wine drinker of my immediate family. And like to order 1 glass or 2 glasses, sometimes it's like you should have ordered the bottle. But like I would like to have 2 glasses. You
Yeah,
know,
so that's
and
why
not a whole bottle, you know.
Well, that's
but
why I'm gonna.
I like that.
This spring, I'm bottling a lot. A Sauvignon Blanc in a cab, probably the South African cab I'm doing in 0.375 liter, so that you go to a brewery. Hey,
Right.
20. I'm just throwing a number out, but $20 for a half bottle, and it gets you 2 big glasses.
Nice. Yeah,
Hmm.
that'd be cool. Epicure, that's
Then
right
you
down the
won't
road
look
from
so
me.
weird drinking out of the bottle.
I know.
I don't really care about that. Said it's not pretentious. I can do what I want.
That's definitely not here. That's for sure.
That is really good, though.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. All right. What are we trying next?
So I go to the Compass. So the Compass is a Nero d'Avola grape. It's the largest exported grape out of Sicily. The grape's actually grown in Puglia, Italy, which is the Achilles heel of the boot. But
Oh, okay.
it is, when I go to an Italian restaurant, I always look for Nero d'Avola because it's just a really robust, got a lot of flavor in the grape. It is a little lighter because it's a lower Mediterranean versus some of the other Italian grapes. But I think you'll really enjoy it. And the reason I called it Compass was to basically, if you ever get lost, you don't know where you're going, follow the compass to the Mediterranean and you'll have some great wine.
Oh. And you said this was from the boot, the Achilles boot.
The
of
grapes,
Italy.
the grapes were grown in Puglia.
So this one actually looks darker than the other.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
You should see the petite. You should see the petite Syrah that I'm doing right now. It's dark as night. But even smell it, it smells different than the last one.
Oh, that's.
Oh, that hits your tongue.
Oh.
Totally different.
There's no tang. Nothing. It's smooth. Wow.
What's the initial hit? See, I have no idea what I'm tasting. I just like
That's
really
that's
good.
red wine, Matt.
No, I mean like because that like even the texture feels different when it hits your tongue.
I think when I drink this, it's like I taste blackberry and currant
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
on the front end.
Yep.
Yep.
See, I can't think of that. Like I'm definitely now that you said it, I'm like, yes, that's the taste, but I can't put the
Just
label.
the sommelier in training.
Yeah. Now,
Next time, I'll tell
someone
you.
said something
Lemon.
about the legs.
So
You
if
know
you
that
do,
thing.
so I learned this in like if I was doing
YouTube.
the legs and stuff like that. There's a couple things. If you look at you see the iris on the top of it. If you look at the top of your wine glass, not the top of the wine
Oh,
glass, but the top. You see how there's like this iris there.
Yep.
That kind of tells you the acidity of the wine.
Okay.
The legs, if you actually, it tells you the alcohol content.
That's what I was gonna say, isn't that?
But we were doing some wine tastings in the Loire Valley this summer in France,
Oh,
and the sommelier dude is wicked smart. He's like, I know 90 some odd different things when I do a wine. I'm like, I know 3. I'm like,
We don't
but
even know
one
one.
of the things, but one of the things he said is if you swirl it and count the time the legs go down, that helps. That can determine the alcohol content.
right. Isn't it like when it's? I can't remember. I was at a wine tasting. They explained it to me beautifully, and I can't retain any of that. But
So they don't make you put. The government doesn't make you put a percentage on your wine.
It is on the back.
Oh, see, so what
So-
do I need to know about the legs? I'll just
Yeah,
get the
it's-
bottle.
so if it's thicker and
It's
the
thicker,
legs
it's thick-
last longer,
It's a higher alcohol content.
higher alcohol. Okay, that makes sense.
Do you shoot for a specific alcohol content?
It's really where the grapes come from. So like the Cab and Petite Syrah that I got this year, when I measured the bricks after we crushed them, they typically, when I say when you look at a vineyard as a whole, there is a dude or dudette, girl, lady, managing the growth of the vines and the grapes. Then there's the winemaker.
Right.
So they're not the same people.
Mhm.
The winemaker may oversee everything, but I can't grow a tomato to save my life, but I can make a bolognese. It's kind of the same mentality. I can't grow a grape, but when I go to taste before they harvest, they have a little thing that can see what the sugar content is of that grape. And on reds, they try to harvest at between 23 to 24 bricks, because if you're making beer, you do it by gravity. It's the bricks is the kind of the wine scale, BRIX. So a brick of 24 actually gets you closer to a 14% alcohol content.
Wow.
A brick of 19 or 20 gets you about 11% alcohol content. So the white wines are usually at a lower sugar capacity. Not all, just some of the ones I'm doing. So that's my whites are about 11-12% alcohol. My reds are somewhere between 13 to 14, depending on what the bricks are, and after I crush and test and see what they are.
And 14% wine, is that high or low compared to most wines, or
That's
is there,
about-
is
that's
there
about-
an average?
Between 13 and 14. If you go to You could see some that are at 15, 16, because the feds allow for winemakers to go up to 16% before we go to the next tax bracket. So there is a
So
federal
they tax it differently.
Yes, they tax it differently as well.
Higher, of course.
Is that like a liquor? Does it get into a liqueur type of no, that's like 40%, right?
Yeah,
Liquor.
there is a different tax bracket, but I can do up to 16%, and the federal guidelines gives you 1.5% wiggle room either way.
Yeah. Now, do you feel like the higher alcohol content ruins the flavor or enhances it, or do you not care, or what do you think about that?
The alcohol content, in my opinion, really comes down to how you ferment the wine itself, and then once you ferment it, what are you doing for aging? Because if you don't lose the flavor, you're not going to taste the alcohol. It's not going to be like, whoa. I mean, we've all had drinks that were made really strong in a bar or something like that, and you're like, whoa, that's really strong.
Mm-hmm.
And my goal is just to balance everything so you're not sitting there going, whew, that's a...
Yeah, you're sweating over it,
Yeah.
or whatever. I will say, like, I don't know, the beer industry, like, I like stouts, but a lot of the stouts that get up like 9-10%, I don't like
the
them.
Imperials.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of ruin it. Because
Um,
then you're tasting so much alcohol. Even some of the bourbons that I've had, they'll be up over 100 proof or whatever, and it's like then they don't have enough flavor to match it or overcome that part of it to me, and then it doesn't taste well. Does that
no,
make sense?
I understand that, and because I do struggle with Imperial stouts as well, because I'm a stout guy.
Yeah,
I
love stouts.
My perfect physique. I didn't get this great physique from drinking wine. But it really comes down to, I think, just keeping the flavor in.
Right.
For what I know, because I'm winging it, I control fermentation at a little lower temperature to keep the fruit forward. If I spiked my temperatures higher, anything over 90 degrees of fermentation, you start just burning everything off. You're losing flavor. So I ferment a lot lower temperatures to keep
the flavor,
the flavor fruity forward.
All right, that makes sense. I mean, these are great. I don't taste like this is. I don't even. You could tell me this was non-alcoholic wine. I believe you. You know what I mean? You don't taste that.
Smooth.
To me, if there's too much alcohol in any straight drink that you're drinking, like, I don't mean like if they make a Captain and Coke with too much Captain, which is not a thing, but.
Or you get a slushy and they put rum on the top. You're like, whoa, hey.
Yeah, and that's all you taste, but which isn't bad either. But but when it comes to like wines, bourbons, and beers, sometimes I feel like the alcohol will outpace the flavor, and this is not that at all. I would honestly believe that this could be alcohol free.
Yeah, this is good.
Very good.
Well, ask me what my 5-year plan is.
What's your 5-year plan?
Thanks for asking.
For sure.
So part of my visions, part of everything I'm doing, my focus is make a good product. I want everybody to know that Dave, the winemaker at Quiet Corner Winery, regardless if there's somebody, the face of Quiet Corner Winery at some other point, me as the winemaker is making good quality product. I have had a lot of people in my life that don't drink, health reasons, addictions, whatever. Year 5, I want to be able to make enough revenue so I can buy a reverse osmosis machine or to actually make alcohol-free wine that has this quality.
Oh, okay.
So that's my bigger goal and drive, is to get to that point.
Yeah.
So that if hey, I didn't want to drink because I'm like when my wife was pregnant, she couldn't drink, but she's like, I miss having a Pinot Grigio or Sauvignon Blanc or something like that. Yes, it's only 9 months. I get it, but But I have other friends that don't drink because of addictions, and they just miss having a Cabernet with a steak.
Yep.
Or if I have friends that went through cancer, they don't drink anymore because they don't want
the health risk. Yeah.
But they just miss that, and so that's my ultimate goal, is to get that point so I can have And I don't want to start with a mocktail of something that's non-alcoholic all the way through. I want to start with I made a wine. Let me de-alcoholize it and play with the flavors to get it back to where it was.
Yeah, I like that. That'll be awesome. And I mean, you're obviously keeping flavor at the forefront of priority. So,
Yeah.
I you know, I wish you good luck, and I'm gonna buy some wine from you and help you out with that. There's definitely nights where, like, I'm the designated driver, and I don't have a problem with that. But the other night, I was at a restaurant, and they had Athletic Run beer.
Yeah.
And
Non-alcoholic.
huh?
Non-alcoholic.
And it has protein in it, and
Oh,
it
wow.
has like other stuff. It was like a complete health drink. All I asked the waitress was like, "Please tell me there's no caffeine in this." And she goes, "No, there's no caffeine." And she showed me the can and everything. I was like, "All right, good," because the caffeine would keep me up all night. But you know, there's definitely they've come a long way with non-alcoholic drinks that taste like alcoholic drinks, whether it be beer and wine and stuff. So
Yeah, and there's a couple of places that I want to actually ship off a half barrel of wine to have them do it, and just like let's start playing with it, see what it looks like. But first year I didn't have the volume. This year I actually have the volume.
nice.
First year I only produced about 3,000 bottles.
Only. Jeez.
In 2026, I'm
And that's at midnight when I felt like getting up.
in a shed.
in 2026, I'll be around 12 to 13,000 or 12 to 1,300 cases, so about 14 to 15,000 bottles. And it's organic growth. It's not me just like, oh, I'm in 22 some odd package stores. I got a couple. Probably by spring, I'll be in a few breweries and restaurants and stuff. But I'm making wine that goes with food. That's my drive.
That's awesome, and that's awesome that you're in that many. You're in that many stores already, and now you're trying to get into the restaurant industry as well, or you're
Yeah.
already. Well, you're at
I'm
the distillery.
at the distillery, the Inn at Woodstock Hill.
Nice.
Doug carries our wine there. We're doing a wine dinner on January 9th there, where it was a 4-course meal. We're pairing with 4 of our wines, and he's cooking all the food, and I'm just entertaining everybody to talk about the wines and the winemaking process.
Awesome.
And that's exciting.
Yeah. And after the podcast, I'm going to give you a contact of somebody else that's doing farm to table meals and
Okay.
pairing stuff. And
Awesome.
We'll be wanting to do that through the nicer weather because he has a outdoor pavilion coming at his farm. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, so we'll definitely hook you up with him because the wine so far it's like amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's very smooth.
Do
Very
you want to give the Notombolo a shot?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You're like, Notombolo, what is that?
So that's the one that has to age, right?
So the Notombolo is my Sangiovese blend. I basically Notombolo is Italian for night owl. On the back, all the stuff that's on the back, I actually write all that stuff too. So
Oh, cool.
Oh wow.
being creative,
So you're a wordsmith too.
ChatGPT helps me.
Oh, don't say that.
No, it helps me. I put all my thoughts together and just make it sound a little better.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
Like a
it's true-
sommelier.
Yeah, be truthful, but it's like, I think this is just funny. Some people count sheep at night. I count barrels. While the world sleeps, the winemaker Quiet Corner Winery is wide awake blending Sangiovese by moonlight. Because who needs beauty sleep when you got a bold, rustic Italian grape whispering secrets at 2 a.m.? The blend didn't come together with spreadsheets and daylight. It came with late night sips, classic rock on the speakers, and just the right amount. Let's try one more splash of Merlot. Night owls make great wine. Come taste the proof.
Huh.
Nice.
So there are stories on all the bottles that I've created, except my Pinot Noir, because I just made that to make that. But everything else, it's like I put effort and time into the story.
A lot of times I will, if I don't know what to get, which is almost every time I look at buying a wine, I lean towards Pinot Noirs. So I'll definitely have to stop by and taste some of that.
See, that one has a little more bite to it.
But if you like bourbon, you should probably like that one.
This one's very good. It's got that little warmth at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So my Merlot, or Merlot for the normal people. I personally think I left it in the barrel too long.
Oh,
Your Merlot?
Yeah, but it has a woody texture to it.
Okay.
But everybody that likes bourbons and scotches and things like that, that thing's flying off the shelf.
Okay.
And I'm just like, so I can taste it in here
because you added Merlot
because
to
there's
this?
10%
Okay.
of this is Merlot.
Only 10%.
Yeah, there's 15% Cab, the La Tempest Accord, and then 75% Italian grown Sangiovese. So it's, but I can taste the flavor profiles of the other ones in there just because I know what they are individually.
Yeah, that's definitely got.
You can taste
Taste the earthy tones
on the back
to it,
end,
and then on the
sure.
back end, it just warms you up
Yeah.
like almost. I don't know, just the heat to it.
I didn't make enough of that this year because that one's not saying
the
it's
Note
out.
Bolo.
It's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And so this is a combination.
Yep.
Of,
So this is a blend. So I have this is my first blend I ever did.
Okay.
I have.
Nailed it.
Maybe not try a second.
I'm gonna keep recreating this one because it did come out so well. When I do Southern Hemisphere stuff this spring, I have a South African Shiraz that it tasted out of the barrel right now, and I'm just like, I want to pull it and drink it right now because it tastes so good. But it's only been in the barrel for like 6 months. But I'm doing a Chilean Cab Merlot blend. But I do want to play with that Shiraz and mix it into something else because it's got so much rich flavor and body.
Do you have like a recipe book that you keep all this in?
Yeah, please tell me you're journaling.
I am
all this.
I am getting better at that.
Should we get you a voice recorder?
Well,
you can have mine. I don't use it.
I've tried all sorts of stuff. I was like, last year I was sitting down filling all sorts of spreadsheets out, and there's got to be an easier way to do this online. So I signed up for a software package, and I used it maybe 2 years ago, and I used it for like 18 months. Actually, I wouldn't even say I probably used it for 12 months, and I kept paying for it for another 6. And I finally like, can I cancel this, guys? This makes no sense. Like, but we got all this automation. I'm like, yeah, but I'm one person.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to do is jot something down in my head, it sounded like, oh, just go to my phone and do this. It's so much easier to write down on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And I can do all my scribble notes and draw pictures while I'm doing this.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the episode with Two Dogs, like the first one, Gwillem shows us he's got like a journal, and it's just scratches everywhere and stuff.
Yeah.
For roasting coffee.
Yeah.
I have a whiteboard.
But that's erasable.
Oh, and you take pictures of it?
My whiteboard is.
Hey, I mean,
and
I got a record is a record.
I got like 6 different wines on here, and then I'm sitting there going, okay, what do I need to do now? But I've been transposing everything because to be consistent, you gotta.
Yeah.
What did I do last year?
Repeat everything. Yeah.
So, like I said, last year I only did 500 bottles of Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Grigio. This year I'm doing 2,600 bottles of each because I sold out of the 500. And then people are starting to ask for it more, like, hey, whatever. But how do you make it consistent every year?
Right.
One of the things I learned in Champagne when I was in France this year, they keep a percentage of wine from this year and blend it into the next year so they get the consistent flavor. Which, hey,
Ding.
red wine people don't do that because red, we want to embrace the grape from each year.
Yeah.
But then you don't get consistency.
But it's also like 2016 in Napa was an amazing year because the year before was the forest fires and they ash fertilized everything. It just made it a really good wine year.
Oh wow.
So you look for those things. But when it comes to a white, if I had a Pinot Grigio yesterday, and I want the same flavor of the Pinot Grigio next week too, I don't want to be like, oh, a different year, different grape. And I was like, no. So I'm gonna take a percentage this year. I'm taking a percentage of my Pinot Grigio and my Sauvignon Blanc, and holding it for the following year, and just start blending those in, so I can make sure that any customer that buys it, it's a consistent experience.
Would you say the white wines are more for the more picky people, and the red wines are for the less picky people when it comes to on average? I mean,
No, I wouldn't. I mean,
you wouldn't say that, okay?
um,
Or is it the
I
white
will
are more towards the sweeter palate, and the reds are more towards the drier?
well,
palate? I don't know. I know you don't make any sweets.
No,
but-
it's. I get a lot of people come in and, like I said, my wife only drinks white.
right.
She's like, 2 months ago, she's like, "Can you bottle something else, please? Because I tired of drinking the Woodhill Sauvignon Blanc and the Pinot Grigio."
Just have her go right out to the barrel.
I'm like, so it was like, she's got a wicked good nose on her, and if it's not filtered, she can taste and smell if there's yeast still in the bottle. And
Oh, wow.
and she's like, so having her try it out of the, hey, can you see how this is going? I want your opinion too. She's like, I just taste and smell yeast. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, so as far as what my wife likes, it's very similar. She only likes the Pinot Grigio and sweeter. You know what I mean? Like she likes the sweeter stuff,
So
blush wines.
I did a dry Riesling this year. Came out spectacular. It's a Chilean grape Riesling, really nice. But I think the hardest thing for me, think about this. Imagine someone coming and telling you that your dinner sucks.
Yeah,
It would make you feel good.
well, oh,
I don't like this.
yeah,
So
that's weird.
I was at Treehouse 3 years ago, and I don't like IPAs, but I like some of their stouts and their pilsners. I'm like, so what's good? He's like, everything's good. Now everybody likes everything.
That's yep.
I'm like, oh, that's a Treehouse response.
Well,
so-
that's actually a good response.
No, but it was
you know,
actually,
like-
I took it to heart, because when I started doing this, I mean, I have 14, 15 different wines in the winery, and not everybody's going to like everything.
right.
And it wasn't 2 years ago. I had some home winemaker stuff. I had a Petite Syrah, and some of my best friends down in Pound Ridge, they were up, and Danny's like, "This Petite Syrah is the worst one here." And his wife, within seconds, smacked him on the shoulder. What are you talking about? This is the best tasting wine here. And that kind of like solidified it, because when people come in
Yeah.
and then they're like, "Oh, I don't like this," I'm like, "Try this." I mean, I can't make everybody happy, because everyone's got their own palate.
Yeah.
Right.
But if I only had 6 wines and that's all they tasted, they'd be like, "Oh, these are good," whatever. But when you start doing this broader spectrum, and the spectrum will narrow down a little bit, but I want you to come to the winery itself for an experience, because when you go into a package store, you buy the same 3-4 wines you buy every day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless you say, "Oh, bring something special," you might go look over somewhere else.
Yeah. Or if you're going to the wineries or going to the breweries and
Yeah.
tasting, or you're going to the distilleries and tasting different ones, and you're actually like, I mean, I haven't even been to a distillery, but the bourbon, like I've definitely branched out, you
Yeah.
know, and not all of them are good to me, and that doesn't mean you won't like it, or whatever.
Well, my
Some people like them,
cousin's a
some people
huge
don't.
bourbon fan,
Yeah.
and I'm a Scotch Irish whiskey fan.
Oh, okay.
So we have both
Yeah.
totally different whiskey collections at home.
Yeah.
But that's what it really comes down to, is like, and I asked her, now that I know what everything tastes like, what is your palate? Let me,
Right. What do you normally
don't,
gravitate towards?
Someone asked, you don't do cider, right?
nope, I do not cider.
But-
that's a lot of work.
Yeah, but you are gonna look into canning, like I know you talked about the rosé and some other stuff.
The rosé and Sauvignon Blanc come in a can. I'm gonna carbonate it.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's
It's almost like a spritzer, but
Yeah.
it's not cut with anything.
nope.
Right? It's just because a spritzer technically is when they cut it with.
And I actually got
soda.
that from a podcast I was listening to. There was a winery in Arizona,
Wait a minute, there are other podcasts.
Yeah.
That's fine.
but there was a winery in Arizona that was having a hard time moving their rosé, and then they canned some to see what it would. They just started off with 55 gallons, see what happened. They're doing 600 gallons a year now on canning their rosé because it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's like
People want options.
well, and I tried something I don't know, silly or stupid. I brought my Soda Stream out into the winery.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, check this out. We're gonna try something new. Put a bottle of rosé in there, pushed the button down, and blew up all over the place. I'm like, I guess that should have been a little more controlled. But the rosé that was left in the Soda Stream bottle, I shared it with everybody that was there, and they're like, oh, this is like drinking a rosé champagne or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it'd be a good summertime spritzer.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I love the goals. Is there any other big goals for the future? Hire someone to help you out at midnight or 2 in the morning.
I don't know anybody that's awake that
You
at that
can't
time.
keep your hours.
I'm gonna hire some.
Might want to give them some flex hours.
I'm gonna hire some. I'm looking to figure out the distribution thing a little bit better. Probably self distribution with a person versus
Yeah.
like the big distributors.
Okay.
There's a few breweries that are doing the same thing. They're not going through distributors anymore. They just hire a person to go do it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely hiring some staff for the tasting room this summer, so Dad can spend a little time with his daughter and go kayaking and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like I said, my biggest goal is really just make consistent quality wine for people.
Yeah. I love the idea of flavor forward and keeping it balanced both in the wines and in your lifestyle. I think that's awesome. That's really cool.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah. I would like to try this one again if I can.
Yeah, go for it.
And it's funny because I've never heard of what do you say?
Sangiovese.
Sangiovese. And I've never heard of.
Have you ever heard of Chianti?
Nope.
Okay.
And I've never heard of this one.
That's one of the things that I'm bringing to the table is
Davola.
Nero d'Avola.
Yeah.
Is so I'm importing product from Chile, South Africa, Italy, and California. California, everybody knows all the California stuff.
Yeah.
Italy, unless you hear Chianti or I talk to people about Barolos that know Italian food, they're like, because Barolos, you go to the package store, they're $80 to $120 because you remember we went back to the barrel,
Yeah.
the time it takes to make wine.
Yeah.
But what you look at, like South Africa and Chile, I have a Carbonera that won a silver medal this year. It's called the Unknown. I don't have anymore.
Wait a minute. The Carbonera.
Not Carbonera from the Italian food. Carmenera.
Yeah.
It's
And that's
grape.
a wine.
It's a grape.
Oh, okay.
So I called it the Unknown. It died off in a blight in the 1800s
Oh, wow.
in France, in Bordeaux. Someone earlier than that, through colonization, brought it to Chile. Thank you. One good thing for colonization. Just kidding.
I get it.
But they in '94 when we started doing DNA testing, they were making wine with it. They didn't know what it was. They tied it back to Bordeaux region
Okay.
as a Carbonera grape. There are wines out. So when I'm creating wine labels and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, the lost grape. And I Googled it, and there's a gazillion people that made a Carbonera called the last grape. There's documentaries about it and stuff like that. And I'm like, how about the Unknown? And I couldn't find anything. So the Unknown is a black label, just says Unknown on the front. And I sold out of it. But it's people came in and like, never heard of this before. Try it. And I made a barrel, and it's gone.
Wow.
I made a South African Pinotage, which, like Pinot Noir? No, it's Pinotage.
I've never heard of it.
It's a unique grape to South Africa. Again, I made a barrel of it. It's gone. Because it's a different flavor profile than people are used to. but that's what I want people to come into the winery experience
Mm-hmm.
is something they've ever had that's available in a package store, or you go out to dinner. Don't be afraid to try it.
Yeah.
If you've had it once,
Right. Then you won't be afraid to
Yeah.
try it, pair it with something or whatever. How do you know if these would age well? In the idea that like I buy that bottle today and I keep it for 20 years.
so I'm creating everything day one and putting the proper corks in, sulfite levels, things like that, with the expectation it will age
like fine
well.
wine.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's not because I'm like, oh, wait, this hiccup in Hampton, Connecticut is making some stuff. But I'm putting my best foot forward so
Yeah.
that if somebody kept something for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years,
Yeah.
because I'm actually doing that on all the ones that I've got medals for so far. I've moved them in my other wine cellar, and they're like, hey, this is my first time I ever got a medal. It's going in there.
Yeah. Okay.
And at some point, I had a thought at year 5 to do a like wine club member thing. Come in and let's do a vintage test. So each year, let's taste the different wines that are released of every compass from the first year to the 5th year. What do they taste like?
Okay.
So you just drink that one wine, but all 5 years.
Okay. So what is your oldest wine at this point?
They're gone. I had some 2023s because I had stuff in barrels when I started all the process for the feds and stuff. It just took time to get and all the 2023 vintage stuff went out the door.
Wow. And you don't have anything from like your personal.
Oh, I have stuff.
Oh, okay.
We were talking about it the other day. I have like I don't like port, but I have 1965 bottles of 1965 port in my basement.
Oh, but you didn't make that.
No,
I meant like
no.
what's your oldest that you made,
The
and I
oldest
didn't know if there was anything.
I have home stuff that goes back to like 2021, 2022.
Okay.
Which I will break out some of it this over the holidays just to share it with friends and family and go, hey,
Sure.
It's been sitting around for 4 years. Let's see what it does.
Yeah. Nice. Do you make a dessert wine, or would that be considered a sweet wine? Is that like?
There's this other thing called you need space to do a lot of cool stuff. And I've run out of space.
You need a warehouse. That's all right.
Yeah. We got the land. It's all a hill. I be like burrow into the sand, but no. But yeah, I've kind of hit a wall on space right now. So there's things I want to do that are just like simple. Like I did an unoaked Chardonnay because I didn't have room to put any Chardonnay in an oak barrel to blend in.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't like, oh, let me do an unoaked Shiraz. I really like the barrel experience and what it does. So without that, I'm just kind of like.
So what is that, like a stainless steel?
Stainless, yeah. It fermented it in stainless steel. Once fermentation was over, there's a secondary fermentation that's called mallow fermentation, which converts the mallow acid to lactic acid. So you drink milk, it's creamy.
Mm-hmm.
Red wines go through secondary fermentation, so they're kind of smoother or softer. So Chardonnay, the butteriness where you get that from a Chardonnay, that's that conversion to lactic acid.
Okay.
So I did that stainless steel. But once that was done, I racked it off into another tank, let it sit for a few months, moved it over to another tank. So that was about 9 months process on that.
Wow.
And there's some people let it go for 2 years, but again, I'm starting up. I got to pay an electric bill.
Yeah. And you currently have 14 or 15 types of wine?
14, 15.
Is that what it's called, types, or is it called flavors, or
Varietals.
Varietals.
My goal is, because I'm getting it from 4 different products from 4 different regions, like grapes or must or whatever, I want to have 4 to 5 wines from each region. So when you come in, you can have the experience of, hey, I want to do an Italian wine tasting today. I've never had South African wines. I'd love to do a tasting for South African wines.
Nice.
and have that unique experience that's regional.
Yeah.
Then I get you to come back in and try another country.
Yeah, we go
Oh.
around the world.
But that's kind of, I've had the opportunity to travel 30 some odd countries
Wow.
in my lifetime with the
Good for
military
you.
and my job and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My day job. And I want to bring that to those experiences to my winemaking.
Yeah. And I'd like to mention thank you for your service. You're
Oh,
a
thank you.
veteran as
Yes.
well. That's
Veterans
amazing
get
thing.
discounts.
Nice. Yeah, that's really cool. I don't know what else to say. This wine has definitely gotten me speechless, and it's
Yeah, it's good.
it's really cool what you're doing. Kyle, what do you think your favorite is?
You went back for a second.
Yeah. And you
the
took
Tempest
the-
Accord, I think,
Is yours?
seems the smoothest to me.
So that goes back to everyone's got their own flavor profile.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I went back to the blend here.
Yeah.
Hang.
Well, I like the Nero d'Ablo.
All right, I'm gonna try that one again next, but I'm doing the Night Owl one. I don't.
No, that's what I.
What's it called?
Notimbolo,
Notimbolo, but it's a Sang
Sangiovese.
Sangiovese.
Well, the reason I asked you if you ever heard of Chianti is because Chianti is the Sangiovese grape just from the Chianti region of Italy.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like champagnes from Champagne.
Yeah.
It's just that's unique. So sometimes when I just say the grape, people are like, I don't know, but I say what the Italians call them. They're like, oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah. Huh. This is really good. And I mean, I've seen wines with like physical sediment, tannins. What does that mean? And I don't see any in yours, but I don't know. Is that usually at the bottom of the bottle? Does
No,
it
it's,
matter? Does it just happen?
Old world wines, unfiltered. I think that's why my Carmenera actually won a silver medal because it was unfiltered.
Okay.
I just let it sit in a barrel and do its thing, and voila.
Now,
And I filtered some of the reds to after they're fermented and everything like that, right before bottling, to knock down some of the tannins. They're called polishing filters, but I had my cousin's one of my taste testers for Pinot Noirs and things like that. I had him come over and he tried the Pinot Noir before I filtered it. He's like, "Well, man, that's harsh." I'm like, "Try this." He's like, "Oh, that's like I just bought a Josh." I'm like, "Well, thanks." Like you bought a Dave. But that's what it really came down. It's like filtering sometimes just smooths out the wines.
yeah. And so these are all filtered.
These are
You pretty much filter all of them, or is it
it's
something
by
that you
it's
don't?
by choice depending on where they are. The longer aged ones I will not filter at all.
Okay. And yeah, well. Man. No, it's pretty good. That's the Compass that I just tried.
Yep. Never know where you are. Look at the compass. Find your way to a great bottle of wine.
And that's yeah, I'm definitely liking the Italy ones the best for me.
I have more Italian ones because I like Italian wines better in general.
Yeah, I kind of can't wait to try this with like pasta and stuff. I actually, I mean, it was like a decade ago, but we had a wine tasting at our house. It was one of those, I think it's like multi-level marketing, just like Pampered Chef kind of thing, but they did it with wine and wine tasting. And I didn't really like red wine until that. She told us you got to make. She gave us a list of things. There was chocolate bar chunks, there was dark chocolate bars, there was just a bunch of different things that we had to make or have prepared, and then we paired it. And like the second I paired pretty much any red wine with dark chocolate, I was like, I can drink this, no problem. It was so funny to me that it changed your palate that much. That like, and then after that, it was like less and less. Food was needed less and less to palate the red wine, and now I prefer red wine over whites most of the time. So
Yeah, I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna work with like Sadie's Chocolate and
oh, beautiful.
to do a wine chocolate pairing.
Yeah,
We talked about it already. I just got to figure out the whole tasting room size because right now it's small.
Yeah.
If I can make it a little bit bigger, I'll have the ability to say, "Hey, come on in and let's do a wine pairing with chocolate."
nice.
Because
Nice.
then you
That
can
would be
get.
awesome.
I did a wine tasting years ago in Paris, and I love blue cheese,
Okay.
but I hate ice wine, which is really sweet.
What's ice wine?
It's
Never even heard of that.
So the Germans wait till the first, and they do it up in Finger Lakes too. They wait till the first frost and harvest a bunch of grapes that are frozen. So it actually raises the basically it's a sweet, very sweet wine. It's thicker. They only sell in small bottles. But I never liked it when I lived in Germany. And there's like 12 people at the table, and all the people are like, "Wow, this makes the blue cheese taste great." And I'm like, "This is the first time ice wine tastes good. Blue cheese makes it taste awesome." But it just totally changes the characteristics of what you're eating and drinking together
Right.
when you pair food. That's
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing that I wish I had the ability to do cheese pairings or meat pairings with the wine, but I just don't have a kitchen. We have,
Yeah, we're gonna get you collaborated with a few locals
yeah,
around.
we're in a
here.
barn. We're literally in a barn.
Yeah, and we're gonna hook you up with some other people that are in a barn off a dirt road,
Yeah.
like that whole thing. Because I love that collaboration.
Yeah.
Like especially when you get two locals together that are super passionate and super diligent about their practice. Yeah, I mean, you just like, especially when you're like, this was the first time I did that, and it's like nailed it. It's like that's to me is just a testament to how diligent you are to what you do and how passionate you are to what you do. That's awesome. I really thank you for bringing these on and showing us these. Yeah, I couldn't recommend you more. I mean, we're definitely. I mean,
It's great.
we're going to the winery with the wives at some point. That's for sure.
I know. I'll be there.
Yeah, it's delicious. So when do you have any events coming up that you know of that you want to share the dates of? Like
The only one
and-
we have is the wine dinner at the Inn at Woodstock Inn. The Inn,
Woodstock Inn?
yeah, the Woodstock Inn.
Yeah.
On January 9th. And that's limited to about 65 people, 70 people, I think.
That's a good
I
sized
think
event.
I think we're almost there.
Almost sold
But
out.
if you want to go, to the website and just Doug will pull the trigger on whether he's full or not. But
Yeah.
I talked to him a week ago, and we were at like 40 people, so there's still space. Because it's my first year of just getting the ball moving. I'm trying to figure stuff out. It was like, hey, let me get to the point where I have musicians. So
Yeah.
we have musicians. I'm working on more food trucks, but I want to do some targeted events where it's like I said, the chocolate and wine pairing, or
Yeah.
even I get craftspeople like, hey, can we do paint, wine and paint, or clay and paint, or things
Sure.
like that? I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, I can only fit 16 people in here on 3 barrels right now. So I know you want a few more people in that, so I got to work on that.
Yeah.
Summertime, we have if it's a nice day,
Yeah.
sit outside. We got 12 picnic tables, chairs. You're looking over horses, and my really cool landscape trailer is turned into a stage.
Oh, nice.
So the musicians are sitting there playing, and
That's awesome.
all the neighbors come by and hang out, and they think it's great.
I mean, to me, you are the epitome of why we do this podcast. We're off this backcountry road. No one knows us. I just started in this garage bay. Like everything about your story just aligns with everything that I want to promote, everything I want to push. I love it. And Yeah, the flavor of these wines is just incredible. If you are at all out there listening to this and you like red wines or even white wines, I mean, anything, definitely give this place a try because there's going to be something that you like because it's been a pretty wide range of flavors as well that you can taste with this. So, and that was just over 4 of his 14, 15
Yeah, I have
wines.
like I was in the winery. There's like 14 in the package stores. There's like 3 to 4. I have a link on the website, like where you can find me at a local package store. Pretty much our corner of the state.
Oh, okay.
Um, so it's I'll make sure it's updated with. There's a few more that I recently acquired in Mansfield.
Okay.
So, um, but I'll it's pretty up to date.
Yeah. So, like, can you name a few of the
Yeah,
liquor stores around here?
like Bees.
Shout out to Bees.
We have it. Northeast has a bunch of wine there. Scotland, Chaplin, or Scotland, Hampton. Hampton was the first one. He's like, of course you're in our town. Of course you got to put it there.
Nice.
But at Pomfret Spirits has been a great partner.
Awesome.
They do, and then the next chamber event is going to be at the Luz Theater in February. They're going to actually have.
You can have your wine there.
My
Nice.
wine's going to be there. So I'm getting it out.
Yeah.
I got actually Big Gary's has our wine in his place in Putnam. And in Killingly.
Okay. Awesome.
So it's around them. A few more places I need to hit up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what a heck of a start for the first year.
Yeah,
and just the flavor all overall. Again, thank you so much. It's so good.
Thanks for inviting me in.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. The Community Workbench family is promoting the Be the One campaign. It was started by the American Legion in efforts to stop veteran suicide. If you know a veteran, call them. Be the one to check in on them. I'll also extend that to any first responder. They see it all, and we see them through it. That's the Quiet Corner Peer Support Group's motto. So you can find them on Facebook, or you can go for more details at betheone.org. Join us again next Sunday. Next Sunday.
I won't be here that day.
That's a typo. Join us again Monday night at 6, December 28th, when we interview Ashling Gym owners Jay and Liz Donahue, and Team Squared owner Ron Kiltica. Both businesses are right here in Brooklyn and on Route 6. And we can't wait to have them on for our New Year's special. Bring any of your health New Year's resolutions. We'd love to talk about them. And we'll see you Monday. As always, buy local, hire local, dine local, volunteer local, donate local, and have great days. Buy some wine locally.